Welcome to Crown Level Confidence with Kalia Janae, the podcast where we empower and inspire you to achieve unstoppable confidence and self-belief. I'm your host, Kalia Janae, a wife, mom, entrepreneur, as well as a certified life coach and motivational speaker with a background in humanities and communication. I'm excited to navigate this transformative journey with you. In each episode, I'll bring you candid conversations, practical tips, and inspiring stories from remarkable women who have conquered many challenges and risen to new heights. Get ready to have your crown straightened as we listen, learn, and laugh together so we can level up. Let's dive in. Hey, oh my goodness, it's time for the next episode of Crown Level Confidence. I'm so excited to be here with y'all. You know, I am your favorite mindset coach, Kalia Janae, and you're here listening to Crown Level Confidence, where we are leading women worldwide to lower their stress and raise their levels of confidence. And ladies, I am so excited to bring before you a new friend of mine, a new connection who I'm very excited to get to know with y'all. This is Krystal. Krystal, say hey.
Hi, everyone. I'm Krystal with Krystal Empowering Women.
Awesome. And you know, we can never have too much. So let me tell you a little bit about Krystal, and then y'all know we're going to dive into some really awesome conversation that we have no idea it's going to happen yet. So Krystal is a passionate women's empowerment life coach dedicated to assisting women in discovering their inner strength and unlocking their full potential. With years of experience in coaching and mentoring, she is deeply committed to guiding women on their path to self-discovery, confidence, and success. Her approach integrates active listening, personalized coaching techniques, and unwavering support to empower women to conquer challenges, set meaningful goals, and create lasting transformations in their lives. Krystal firmly believes in the unique power within every woman. Believes in the unique power within every woman and is driven by a mission to inspire, uplift, and nurture that power. Through one-on-one coaching sessions, empowering workshops, and motivational speaking engagements, she provides a secure and encouraging environment for women to embrace their authenticity, find their voice, and flourish in all aspects of life. Krystal's resolute belief in her empowerment mission fuels her dedication to women's growth and success. Doesn't she sound like somebody y'all want to hear from? Yes, she does.
Happy.
Absolutely. So, Krystal, I'm sure everyone is just like, yes, okay, let's have this conversation. So tell us, you know, a little bit about yourself that, you know, clearly isn't in the bio, but what is it about you or your life experience that led you on this path to becoming a women's empowerment life coach?
Okay. Well, I firmly believe in the power of women supporting other women, right?
Yeah.
I felt like it was very important. I'm the woman that I was looking for years ago from other women, right? It's important for women to have women in their life that think that they're a pretty big deal, right? Mm-hmm. But we go through so much that it sometimes hinders us from our true potential. We're going through so many issues. We're trying to, you know, keep up with life and keep up with motherhood, being a wife, being, you know, working. There's so much that comes about in our everyday life. And I always wanted to empower. That's just who I have always been. I've been in healthcare operations leadership, 15 plus years, right? And so it's a female dominant industry that I was in, right? And so I see the pain points of these women every single day coming into work. You know, they might have had issues in their relationship the night before. They might be having childcare issues, just feeling stuck. And so just being able to actually mentor them in real time, it just did something to me. It made me feel fulfilled, right? Mm-hmm. And so I've always knew that I had something special inside of me, right? Yeah. And so when I hear people actually tell me like, oh my goodness, you're helping me so much, or you should do this, it lets you know that you're doing something right. And I feel so good just knowing that I'm able to have a positive effect on other women. So that's how I got started. I first started out doing like workshops just for fun, right? Just empowering workshops with activities to make you feel good inside. And from there, people were asking me for more. And I'm like, what? You want more from me? And they're like, yes. I've had people give me different things that they would like to see from me in the future. And so I've implemented other things. I started a blog that I'm still, working on now, trying to get more into social media so that I can reach more people, because I feel like there's women from all over that could use the encouragement, because a lot of women are suffering, and just being able to touch people in a way that they're not used to. I feel like every woman needs that. Like I said, it's important for me to be that woman that I wish that I had in my life years ago, because it doesn't matter what it is that we're doing. We can all do the same thing, but to have that encouragement, to have that circle, because we all have our secret sauce, right? There's plenty of people that can do what it is that you do, but not quite like you. And it's important that women understand that there's something special deep down inside of them, even if they need help getting it out. That's where I come in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. And, I'm always going to talk about perspective. I'm getting everybody's minds and challenge you to think differently. And Krystal, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm hearing this theme of is, obviously self-awareness, right? We talk about that a lot on this show, but it's just stepping into who you are and who you're meant to be, regardless of if someone else is doing it. Because as women, now this is huge, because as women, we are naturally pitted against one another by society, right? Like, we're always in competition for something one way or another. And it doesn't have to be that way. Like, yes, you should bring your best because of your personal standards, your commitment to excellence, like however you work, but not necessarily to say, oh, I'm going to be better at her than this, or I can't do this because she's doing it. You and your life mission and your goals and your dreams have nothing to do with Susie Q over there. Like, someone might ask me, Kalia, you're a life coach and you're doing all this stuff and you have another life coach on your platform? Absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, y'all need to know it's not just me out here saying, I'm not making this stuff up, okay? I'm gonna get another voice to reiterate. But it's just important, I feel, especially as a mom of a daughter, it's important for us to be seen in collaboration and not in competition. At every level possible. Yes, you can be independent, you can do things on your own, but independence is not the only way, especially for women of color.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's something special that I always feel like is important. When you see another woman out and about, let her know.
Absolutely.
You're rocking that dress. Oh, you're so beautiful. Your makeup is beautiful. That makes their day, right? It makes you feel good. Like you said, we're not in competition, right?
Yeah. I'm the only me and y'all are the only y'all, okay?
Exactly. And it makes other people feel good. It costs nothing to be nice to other women, right? We all need it, especially we know what we all go through in this thing called life. It can get a little tough for us, right? Oh, yeah. So why do we want to make it tough on each other? No, I want to help lighten your load. What can I help you with?
Yeah. And, it's as cliche as it can be. I read a lot, so I have a lot of cliches, but, as they say, iron sharpens iron, and, all kinds of, you are who you're a reflection of who you hang around, all those different things. But when you really think about them, it's true, treating, kind of going back to kindergarten, if we must, treating other people how you want to be treated is so important. And it's just been lost. Like, there's a lot of expectations and demands on, you must treat me this way, but I'm not going to look twice at you. Like, what?
Absolutely not. We don't do mean girl. We are empowering women. We are letting you know you can lean on me. I'm here with you, because we can work together. You know what I mean? Everyone has something that they can excel at, and some people have areas that they need improvement on. Okay, I'm not gonna be like one of those people, oh my goodness, I'm strong at everything. No, I might need to lean on my fellow sister for some help, and it's okay. It's okay. So I just
Krystal, I can tell that you have a high level of confidence and a high level of optimism, right? So something I like to ask people who I identify with, who operate in that same space, is what do you say to people who, and I would be highly surprised if you've never gotten this before, but what do you say to people who are just so skeptical? They're like, yeah, that's not real. She's just being fake so she can get clients or customers, or that's not how she really is.
Well, I always tell people that there's more than what it is that people are used to seeing. There's a whole other side of success, right? There's a whole other side of success. And it's important that you have to be open-minded, right? And realize like there are people out here that are enjoying their life, that are helping other people enjoy their lives as well, right? And once you change your circle with positive women, encouraging women, your whole outlook changes. It really, really does. I have a group of women right now that we're so empowered. We love on each other. And from the people on the outside looking in, it might look like it's too good to be true, but it's actually a group of women that actually want to see each other succeed, and we love on each other hard, right? Because like I said, you need that. You need other women that think that you're a big deal, because you are. Every woman has something special inside of them. Some people just need a little help to get that out of them, and it's okay. It doesn't make you less than anybody. It just, sometimes you need a little help. I've needed help in the past prior. Like I said, I'm the woman now that I wanted in my life. Like, I wish that I had women like me years ago, the younger Krystal, right?
Yeah.
But I love the life that I have lived because it's my story. It's my journey.
Yeah.
It's made part of who I am. It's set up this women empowerment journey.
Right. And it's so important to be able to, first of all, thank you for that. And it's important to be able to pull out those highlights, you know, amongst the darkness. And like I said, I'm getting to know you, or you're a new connection of mine, but I would be very naive to think that that darkness has never touched you, right? Like, come on. So, but it's important, you know, not to stay there and, you know, to be stuck in those moments. And because you can't reach anyone from a place where you're still in it. You know, like you can't navigate someone else through a problem that you're still stuck in. And so I think a lot of people, they allow themselves to get trapped and then feel stuck, and then it becomes their reality, right? So what do you say to the woman who's like, okay, yeah, that's great for you that you're able to be who you needed back then, but that's not real. That's not realistic for me because my problem is too big.
Well, I always tell people that no matter what it is that you're going through, it's important to recognize it, but also recognize that things could be a lot worse. For me, in 2011, I was diagnosed with lupus, right? And so I could have stopped everything there and just felt sorry for myself and beat myself up and say, I have lupus. Like, I'm not going to do anything with my life. No, that diagnosis changed my life because it made me realize this thing called life is what you make it. And I can either let lupus define me, or I can define the lupus and say, you know what? You're not getting me. You me. And being diagnosed with lupus helped to make me a stronger woman. It makes me go harder for my dream, because no day is promised to anyone, right?
First of all,
but when you have an illness, it's a silent illness, because you people look at me and they're like, oh, I didn't know. I could never tell.
Tell y'all. Never tell.
And it's like, okay, it's an internal struggle, right? So I tell people, if you have a bad day, it's okay. I have plenty of them. I still work through it, right? Even if you have to work through it in the bed, you just have to work. If you have to do your work, prop yourself up in your bed, cover yourself up, get yourself some warm covers, do what it is that you need to do. Don't feel sorry for yourself, because no one else is going to feel sorry for you. You know,
at least not for long.
And I go by this saying that I always go by. You can either make excuses or you can execute. I choose to execute. That's what I choose to.
Yeah, that's huge. And you know, it's one of those things that's so important. And when it comes to your mindset, right? Like being committed to saying, I'm going to be a woman of fill in the blank, right? Regardless of fill in the blank, right? And I share a lot of times when I'm especially teaching goal strategy is I say, okay, you're going to set a goal. Awesome. Just know that achieving this goal is 100% possible, right? And it's also 100% probable that something's going to try to stop you. Like, we just know this. A lot of people, they set goals or they have endeavors or dreams. And then the moment there's some kind of resistance, they go, oh, it must not be meant to be. Or this is a sign I'm not on the right path. No, that's not the case. That's going to happen regardless, you know. And a lot of people, they feel discouraged or apprehensive or scared to set goals, right? Or to step into the woman that they needed, like you have, or, you know, they see a vision in their life, but they're kind of scared, like, oh, but what if I put myself out there, and what if I fail, or what if it gets hard? Okay, I tell people up front, it's, yeah, expect it.
Absolutely.
Because then you can be prepared, right? To know that my commitment needs to outlast the charisma of the idea.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely. And too, oftentimes we sometimes get caught up in goals being like so sexy and attractive. Sometimes goals aren't going to be so sexy and attractive. Sometimes your goals can just be that you just want to get through the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And that's okay. But set your goals out, write your goals out, make them actionable, right? I believe in putting sticky notes everywhere if you need to. Yes. Yeah. Put them everywhere. Put them in your car if you need to. It's important that we remind ourselves that we're a big deal and that we matter. And no one can love you like you can love yourself. And once you master that, everything else comes to you a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, so you mentioned the sticky notes. I'm known for two things in my house. If anyone's visited, I'm going to get a dry erase marker. So you can go to the dollar store, get a dry erase marker, and you can use that dry erase marker on your mirror, right? Yeah. And it's going to, you know, you can write up there, you know, whatever your goals are, write scriptures or whatever. So I'm looking at myself while I'm looking at whatever the statement or the scripture or whatever it is, to just reaffirm, right? Or reshape my mindset. That got me through one of the hardest, you know, times in my life, or, you know, different goals that I've set that I want to see them around the house. I'll get one of those things called sheet protectors, you know, for the binders that you use in high school. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And I'll put it in the sheet protector, and then, you know, use some painter's tape to put it on the wall. And it's not always the most, you know, attractive. It doesn't always go with my decor, so to speak, but the outcome and what it is I want to remind myself around the house is so important that, you know, it doesn't matter that it doesn't quite go, you know, with the theme. But all of this to say, you've got to allow it's going to happen regardless. Your environment is going to influence you. Right? So those sticky notes, the notes on the mirror, whatever it is that you need to do to take control over your environment to influence you, you need to do that. You know, if you're thinking, oh, well, I'm limited, I'm just renting a room or whatever. I've been in all kinds of situations, y'all. One time I rented a bed in a laundry room to live in. Okay. So yeah, you got to do what you got to do. And you may not have complete control over this space, but all of this to say there's got to be some kind of area where you can have some kind of external representation to remind you what you're doing internally. I would almost bet my whole house on the importance of this, because we're so influenced by what we're taking in, right? So if you're listening to this podcast right now, which you are, and I'm so appreciative, then you're already making a positive step, right? To empowering yourself to become stronger, to become better, to love yourself more. You're thinking about these things, and subconsciously they're in the back of your mind. But then we both of us want to challenge you to take it from the subconscious to the conscious, right? Like, how can you be more active in your growth? Right?
Absolutely.
So Krystal, you're a professional here in this space with me, and I'm so excited to have you. So, you know, I've kind of given up just a few examples, but what are some key traits or skills that you believe every empowered woman should possess, like while we're on the topic?
Yes, definitely. Confidence. is definitely something that every woman should use to feel empowered. And it's not just about your physical. It's like you said, it's about that internal beauty, because that internal beauty radiates from the inside to the outside, right? That confidence and just anything that it is that you do. If you're going to do something, I say be great at it. Like really strive to be great at it. We don't want, try to just be perfect, because there's no perfect person. And so that's important too, to not think that we're going to be perfect, because we're not at all. And actually being able to realize that some things, when there's a problem, being able to recognize that there is a problem, have that self-awareness, right? Being able to say, you know what, I can't do this all on my own. That's an empowered woman, right? An empowered woman is one that knows that there might be some things that she might need help with. And it's okay to reach out for that assistance. It doesn't make you doesn't make you weak, right? There's actually a strength there that shows that you're able to reach out for help. And just being a woman of integrity is important to be empowered. Do what it is that you say that you're going to do, right? If someone is looking for you to do something and you said that you're going to do something, be there for them. I just saw a quote that said something along the lines of, if I said that I had your back, there's no need to look back, because I'm where I said I was going to be.
So important. Being a woman of integrity. And as a coach, I have helped people. Let's see, what's the nicest way? I've helped people forge their integrity by holding them accountable, even when they paid to be in a program and then didn't want to do the work. No, ma'am, you need to, you need to do the work. It's going to cause you to grow. And so I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because I have seen, it just, again, my perspective, a decline, in integrity, from the standpoint of, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do because I committed to it, right? Versus, I didn't feel like it anymore, so I'm not. What? That's not how this works. Oh gosh. So, amazing things. And Krystal, it's just such a blessing to have you here to share your perspective, share your insights.
I'm happy for having.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's kind of shift gears a little bit, and I want to know, and I'm sure I want to know, and so do the other listeners, can you share just a few of your insights as to how you use your coaching methods to help other people overcome the barriers that they're working through? And you don't have to spill all the beans about your program, your methods, but just give us a taste of it, because I'm sure there's someone listening who they may be very drawn to you. They may be very attracted to your journey and your story. And if they want to connect with you, I want them to get more information. Of course, y'all know I'm gonna have her website and her socials in the description of the episode, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll be connected, but kind of give them a little bit more to go on so that they can think like, oh, is she someone I need to be working with?
Absolutely. So one thing that's very important for me whenever I'm vetting any new clients is that I want to do a background, deep analysis of the person that you are. It's very important. I want to know your past, your present, where do you see yourself going? So that analysis is very important for me, because while it's important for, a client to vet whether or not they want to work with me, I also do the same thing, because I look for a person that's very coachable and someone that doesn't mind being held accountable. So if you say that you want to reach these goals, I'm going to hold you accountable. There's going to be homework. There's going to be exercises. There's going to be actual work that's there to make sure that you're held accountable. And that's very important for me to know that I'm going to have someone that's accountable. Like you said, that's going to do the work, because we can all say, oh yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to accomplish this, but are you willing to put in the work? Right? So there's exercises. I'm really big on manifestations, right? And so We're going to work together, working on manifestations. We're going to work on goals, SMART goals. So it's not just you saying that you want to do something. Okay, how are you going to get there? We're going to help you get to that goal by a certain time frame, and you're going to do the work. And, my workshops are very intense as well. My in-person and my virtual workshops are very intense. We do various activities depending on the actual workshop. But also what's something very unique that I do at the end of my workshops, we have a party. We have a full-blown party. So it's like a half of a workshop, and then it's a half of some might call a turn up. It's a turn up.
All right.
Celebrating what it is that you hope to accomplish now and in the future. It's celebrating that you actually came out, took the time to bet on yourself, and work on the things that you said that you wanted to work on. So we have a party. It's a party. It's a dance party. It's a karaoke party, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So that's something that's unique for me. That's my secret sauce, is that we do the party and then we party and we celebrate your achievements, because coming out to a workshop is an achievement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, and you know what? There's always room to celebrate. Anyone who knows me knows. Okay, I'll have a whole theme and a whole reason for you to come celebrate at my house. So I love that. That's amazing. A lot of people, they focus on the work, and it can be grueling, and it can be discouraging. Believe it or not, it can be discouraging to work on yourself and then feel like you always have to work on yourself. So taking the time to celebrate
yourself.
Yeah. I'm glad that you have that element. So Krystal, the time always goes by way too fast, and I feel like we could continue the conversation for days, but the time has come for us to share your final word. And so the ladies, they are hanging on the edge of their seats like, okay, I know she's got something, a gem she's going to drop, some tea she's going to spill, something that you're going to leave with myself and the listeners, from your God-given wisdom to our hearts, your main message that you want to make sure we have.
Yes. My main message is to love yourself through it all. Don't be ashamed of anything that you've been through. If you're moving forward, let that person remain in the background, because you are important, you're valued, you matter. And no matter what it is that you're going through, you'll get through it.
That's it, y'all. That's the episode. She said, look, no matter whatever it is you're going through, you're going to get through it. Krystal, thank you so much, y'all. Krystal empowering women. And you already know, like I said earlier, we're going to have all of her information available for you to just soak it up and follow her. If y'all aren't in the Crown Level Confidence Between the Episodes Facebook community, hello, get in the group. It's a public group. It's free to join. Connect with other listeners. Leave Krystal a positive message about something you heard about today's episode, something that resonated with you. I'm sure she would love to hear your thoughts. If you want to reach out to her, let her know you heard the episode. Let her know you want more information. Be professional, and we are not time wasters. Okay, ladies? I know I don't need to say it, but I'm going to say it. But no, Krystal, again, I know I've said it a few times already, but I could not be more grateful that you chose to spend your time here with us. Once you spend it, you never get it back. And we're just so happy to have you now here in the Crown Level Confidence community. Y'all, I'm sure she'll be back in the future. So, just keep your eyes open for more of Krystal. Krystal, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Well, y'all know the deal. Stay tuned for some special announcements. Other than that, y'all have a great, wonderful day. Be blessed. Thank you for tuning into another empowering episode of Crown Level Confidence with Kalia Janae. I hope you enjoyed today's conversation and found it both insightful and inspiring. If you'd like to be a featured guest on the show and share your journey of confidence and self-belief, please reach out to me at podcast@kaliajanae.com. I'm always eager to connect with remarkable individuals who have a story to tell. And for those interested in connecting with me for speaking engagements or mindset coaching, you can find more information on my website, kaliajanae.com. I'd love to hear from you and explore how we can work together to inspire and empower others. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode filled with actionable tips and heartfelt stories. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd truly appreciate it if you could leave a review on your preferred podcast platform. Your feedback helps us reach more listeners and inspire even more people to straighten their crowns. Remember, your journey to unstoppable confidence is a continuous adventure. I'm happy to support you every step of the way. Keep believing in yourself, keep shining, and always wear your crown with pride. Until next time, this is Kalia Janae, your host, signing off. Stay confident, stay empowered, and keep leveling up.